Hello, my young philosophers. So today I wanted to talk to you about how to do a 4-mark question. And this 4-mark question has got a word that you will see very, very often in your exam in the thematic paper, which is contrasting views, okay? So 2 contrasting views. And contrast can mean like opposite views, like agree and disagree, but it can mean between religions. So what are 2 different religious views between religions? So in our case, it would be Islam and Christianity. Or it could be, in this unit, Islam, atheism, Christianity, atheism. And that's going to be contrasting views on opposite sides, okay? So the first thing you need to think when you look at this is, do I want to do Christian and Muslim or religious and atheist, basically? That's the 2 ways that it could contrast. I'm going to go religious and atheist, but you could do it 2 different religious views. So 2 contrasting views that people may have on miracles being proof of God's existence. So firstly, I'm going to say that Muslims believe that miracles can be proof of God's existence. My first mark out of the 2, because for each of these sections I'll get 2 marks. It's asking for 2 things to be explained. So I say it and I explain it. I say it and I explain it. So the first thing I'm going to do, Muslims believe that miracles can be proofs of God's existence, as the Quran is a miracle revealed to the Prophet Muhammad by God. So the Quran is their belief in miracles because it's revealed to the Prophet Muhammad by God. Okay, this means that. So why is it a miracle? Why does it prove God's existence? As he was illiterate, Muslims believe he would have had no other way of knowing the language used and all the phrases of the Quran if it was not from God. Remember, a miracle is only by the power of God. So I've got to show why a Muslim believes it's a miracle. Lots of Muslims say, oh, it's a miracle. Why? What is it that's miraculous about it? Many Muslims will say it's because he was illiterate. He wouldn't have known. I know he was like reciting. He wasn't reading it. He was sort of told it and said it. He didn't read something. But the fact he couldn't read meant he wouldn't have known the language and the words. And he wouldn't have known the stories that were involved, is what a Muslim believes, okay? Secondly, and here I'm going to say in contrast, atheists believe that miracles cannot be proof of God's existence. Remember, atheists do not believe in God, and they do not believe that these miracles can prove God's existence. So this is my contrasting view, as there will always be a natural explanation for the event. Okay, so whatever event you pose to an atheist, they're going to come up with an explanation or say, we don't know it yet, but there is one there. So how do we explain this? This means that for any miracle a religious person presents to them, they will either have a natural explanation, the natural explanation, or they will say we don't know it yet. So that's enough for a full mark. Obviously, I could go on and write a whole essay on this, which you may be asked to do one day. So Muslims believe that they are proof of God's existence. For example, the miracle of the Quran. This means that, and why is that seen as a miracle? Secondly, atheists believe miracles cannot be proof because there's always some explanation. This means that when they're presented with it, that they'll say there might be, but we don't know it yet. And at the end, I'm just going to say often they may believe miracles are just lucky coincidences. Okay, so that's 4 marks. It's quite short. It's only 4 marks. It's 3.5 minutes in the exam you want to write it for. Firstly, this means that. Space. Secondly, in contrast, this means that. And that's your 4 marks. So don't write exactly that I've written. Obviously, I know the words I've used, but you can use the same points, write it in your own words, or you can use different examples. It's totally up to you. Good luck, and I look forward to seeing what you're going to write.